Shalom, brothers. We just lost another man who, like many before him, appeared to have everything that so many men strive to attain. On Wednesday night, November 5th, Marshawn Kneeland of the Dallas Cowboys reportedly led state troopers on a pursuit late that night after being spotted speeding. Reports indicate that before the incident, Marshawn sent text messages, goodbye messages to family and friends, prompting concern from all of those who loved him the most. His girlfriend also contacted authorities saying that he had been, and that's Marshawn, had been struggling mentally and was armed, and that she feared he might end it all. Well, later that night, officers found his vehicle crashed alongside Dallas Parkway. Hours afterward, searching, Marshawn was discovered nearby, unalived. What makes stories like this so painful is that many strong men believe isolation and solitude are the same. But there's a profound difference, my brothers. Solitude is chosen, it's structured, it's purposeful, and it's disciplined. It's where a man meets his thoughts and refines them. But isolation isn't chosen, it's reactive. It's withdrawal disguised as focus. And while it may feel productive for a season, it slowly rots the deeper parts of a man's heart and mind that require connection, correction, and communion to heal. This is why so many men collapse silently, because isolation convinces us that being alone is strength, when in truth, it's a setup for a downfall. I share this to reveal a pattern. Men often send emotional signals long before they break. There's no freedom in the facade, and although Stoicism is a mask that hides the pain, it also aids in suffocating the life out of men. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that self-inflicted death is now the third leading cause of death among Black males and young adults ages 15 to 34. And regardless of ethnicity, men die by self-inflicted death 3 to 4 times as likely as women. So let's never forget, my brothers, that depression doesn't look like sadness. It actually wears a smile. Unresolved trauma wears a smile. Even thoughts of ending one's life can hide behind a smile, as we saw with Brother Marshawn. Honestly, I'm not here to discuss any more details of what happened that night with him. My heart is grieved. I'm praying for his family, his girlfriend, his teammates, everyone who loved him and was blessed by his presence. I'm here because behind every tragedy like this lies a quiet storm, a war that many men fight in silence. And as someone who has helped thousands of men and boys navigate through internal storms, I can tell you, this wasn't about a traffic stop or Marshawn simply fearing he'd go to jail. Taking his own life was a byproduct of something much deeper. Whether poor mental health or emotional incarceration, he was suffering behind an infectious smile, just like thousands of men in this world today. In the United States, men die by taking their lives almost, as I said before, 4 times more often than women. Why is that, you may ask? Many therapists and psychotherapists believe because men, we do not open up. We typically just man up. And unfortunately, those around us who love us do not find out what we were dealing with until they're planning our funerals. Yet we keep pretending that being strong means feeling nothing, showing nothing, staying stoic. But from the moment we're born, we're full of joy, authenticity, and curiosity. But over time, culture reshapes us, telling us that feeling or expressing emotions is effeminate, that transparency is weakness, and that tears are something to be ashamed of. And although I've shared this many times, this is a perfect time to share it again. My brothers, tears is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are human. Dr. William Frey, who also worked with the NFL, he discovered that tears not only contain 98% water, but also stress hormones that get excreted from our bodies when we cry. But when we learn to bottle our pain, to wear stoicism like armor until that armor becomes our coffin, we struggle. Even Drake says in one of his songs, I believe it's called Fear, I pop bottles because I bottle my emotions. Here it is, a sign. He's telling us, look, I'm getting drunk because I can't process how I feel. There's the sign. I'm not saying that Drake is on the edge of jumping off of this life. I'm saying it's a sign. But how many more of us will continue to turn a blind eye to it? Or how many of us will say, yo, what did you mean by that? Or I'm noticing, my brother, that you're not as present as you used to be when you hang with us. You're here, but you're not here. What's going on? I'm here for you. I can't tell you, my brothers, how many men I've met who've said, I'm tired. I'm tired of being misunderstood. I'm tired of having to be strong for everyone. I'm tired of fighting the same battles in my mind. And when that exhaustion deepens, some start to believe that the only escape is to end it all. But my brothers, if you're on the edge of life and ready to jump, please hear me now. You were not created to die by your own hand. You were created to live an abundantly free life, one filled with purpose. So please do not be deceived. What most of us were taught to suppress is what we most need to survive. See, the problem isn't that men are too aggressive. It's that we've been programmed to process pain through aggression, to release what we feel in destructive ways through violence, addiction, isolation, or rage. And when those outlets fail us, we implode instead of express. Imagine how many good men would still be living today if they had just paused long enough to feel what they had been taught to ignore, to cry instead of conceal, to speak instead of self-destruct, to call someone before calling it quits. My brothers, the war within can't be won in silence. It's won through courageous transparency with the right person at the right time. Now, I know sometimes you can't reach your confidant or counselor or therapist. Sometimes you're just too exhausted to pray, too numb to fight. But it's in those moments you must learn to cast your prayers unto Yah. But He's not disappointed in your weariness. Please understand that, because so many men feel that they have to have their lives together before they cry out and cast their cares to the Most High. He's simply waiting to strengthen you, for it is written that He loves you and to cast all your cares upon Him. But if those dark thoughts ever start to lead you down the wrong path, please call 988 or go to the nearest emergency room. You don't have to face the battlefield of your mind alone. I get it. Please know I understand. See, when men are taught to suffer in silence, their humanity, our humanity, bows to the idol of masculinity, that we can only be strong and provide. After that, there's nothing left for us to do. If we show that we're affected, that we show that we're weak, that we show that we're struggling, that we show that our marriage is failing, that if we show that we lack confidence, that we show that we have fears, that we show that my father wound is affecting me, my mother wound is affecting me, we're no longer masculine. We're no longer a man. And that's why we see men, fathers, sons, husbands, teammates, ending their lives behind smiles, behind muscles, behind the appearance of strength, behind success. Because pain doesn't care about your paycheck. Pain doesn't care about your platform or your performance. It only is released if it's been acknowledged. That's why I tell you, my brothers, it's not enough for us to man up. We must also open up. If you're on the edge, again, please take 10 mental steps backward. Breathe. Then call 988. Call a friend. Call a family member. Call someone you know who will listen. There are men just like me, like us, who've been there and fought through what you're going through and are ready to help you make it through too. The truth is, the world doesn't need stronger men. We have that. We have some warriors here. What it needs is healed men, comprehensive men, men who can feel without falling apart, who can cry without quitting, who can ask for help without feeling ashamed. That's what a comprehensive man does. He masters his emotions not by ignoring them, but by integrating them, by acknowledging them, by feeling them, by releasing them, keeping them in front of him instead of suppressing them. Maybe Marshawn Kneeland didn't see a way out that night. Maybe his thoughts told him that the world would be better without him. But if you're hearing this, my brother, that means there's still time for you to turn everything around. There's still time to fight for your life. Still time to break the cycle. Still time to say, I'm not okay. Remember, you're not tired of living. You're tired of not living. My brother, if you're watching this and you've been wrestling with the weight of life, I need you to hear me clearly. You're not weak for feeling broken. You're not soft for feeling like you need to cry. You're human, and there's no shame in that. Instead of isolating yourself, initiate help. Instead of numbing your pain with crutches, name it, call it out. Instead of ending your story, rewrite it. Yah hasn't brought you this far to abandon you now. There's still a purpose inside of you. There's still a purpose around you. There's still people who love you and need you, waiting for you to open up so that they can help you. Don't silence your pain. Surrender to it, acknowledge it so that you can get help. Don't give up, my brothers. Get up and live. You're not tired of living, you're tired of not living. Therefore, it's time to start fighting so that you can finally live. Shalom.